You know, Caitlin Clark doing stuff that just no player has ever done before.
I think she's amazing. I watched every time I possibly could. In our league.
You know you've reached another level when some of the best basketball minds in the world start taking notice. And that's exactly what's happening with Caitlin Clark, following a historic rookie season where she shattered records and surpassed even the wildest expectations. WNBA coaches have been lining up to give her the credit she deserves. It's rare for a first-year player to completely shift the landscape of a league. But Clark has done just that, and those who know the game best can't help but admire her. At just 22 years old, Clark has already made history as the youngest player to drop 25 points in a playoff game, and the only player in league history to lead the WNBA in both assists and three-pointers in the same season. Con records broken in a single year, just another day at work for this rising superstar. She's not just setting rookie or team records, she's etching her name into the league's history books in a way that few ever
feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
But what is it about Caitlin Clark that has coaches around the WNBA calling her a once-in-a-generation talent? What exactly does she do on the floor that has veteran strategists labeling her the future of women's basketball? We're about to unpack the glowing praise from 10 of the league's top coaches who break down why Clark is playing at an entirely different level. And if you stick around until the end, you might hear from some unexpected coaching legends who have something to say about her. Becky Hammon's basketball IQ is second to none. As a six-time WNBA All-Star and one of the league's greatest players, she transitioned seamlessly into coaching, becoming the mastermind behind the two-time champion Las Vegas Aces and earning 2022 WNBA Coach of the Year honors. Even before Caitlin Clark stepped onto a WNBA court, Hammon saw the special talent she was bringing to the league. Now, after witnessing Clark dominate in her rookie season, her early predictions are looking spot on.
And give her flowers. She's done stuff that no man or woman, black or white, has ever done in college basketball. Give that woman her flowers.
As the season progressed, Becky Hammon's admiration for Caitlin Clark only intensified. Watching Clark and fellow Indiana Fever, cornerstone Aaliyah Boston develop chemistry on the court, Hammon didn't just see potential, she saw a foundation for something truly special. With Clark's elite playmaking and Boston's dominant presence in the paint, the Fever weren't just another rebuilding team anymore. They were shaping up to be a serious force in the league's future.
I think there's probably an understanding between Aaliyah and Caitlin, too, that they need each other. You know, you both will be better when the other one is better. And, you know, you become a legit two-headed monster with those two.
Well, that tune changed fast. At the start of the season, Cheryl Reeve downplayed Clark's influence, insisting she was just another rookie. But as the year unfolded, Clark's game did all the talking, and suddenly Reeve had no choice but to acknowledge reality. By mid-season, Reeve's stance had completely shifted. She praised Clark's basketball IQ, court vision, and ability to elevate those around her, even admitting that Clark's presence was undeniably boosting interest in the league. It was a complete 180, one that showed just how impossible it had become to ignore Clark's impact.
What are some things that you're seeing from Caitlin Clark that stands out to you?
What I think makes her special, I know everyone will talk about the logo threes, and you know, Steph Curry did that for the NBA, right? Think about his popularity because his ability, this little guy, slight of build, running around splashing threes everywhere, right? It's exciting. So obviously future Hall of Famer, and you know, has had a great impact on the game.
It's almost poetic, isn't it? Reeve went from dismissing Clark's impact to calling her a future Hall of Famer in the span of a single season. That's the power of undeniable greatness. It forces even the most skeptical voices to change their tune. At this point, it's not just about Clark proving her doubters wrong. It's about how she's reshaping the entire conversation around women's basketball. When one of the most respected coaches in the game backtracks this hard, you know something truly special is happening.
Caitlin Clark and the many athletes that are coming into the WNBA are showing that these endorsement deals will follow great players and great ambassadors.
One thing for a coach to praise a player's skill, but when Stephanie White, a figure deeply embedded in Indiana basketball history, acknowledges Clark's impact beyond the court. That hits differently. White isn't just talking about, Clark is a great player. She's recognizing her as a game changer for the sport. Coming from someone who has lived and breathed Indiana hoops, that's a major stamp of approval. As for Reeve, the turning point, probably a combination of Clark's sheer dominance on the court and the undeniable effect she's had on the league's popularity. It's hard to keep pushing the she's just another rookie narrative when she's breaking records, leading in major statistical categories, and drawing millions of fans to the game. What do you think? Did Reeve simply see the light, or was it Clark's historic season that left her no choice but to adjust her stance?
The thing that's made this Indiana team, I think fun to watch for everybody is just that they play with so much joy, right? Like they're young, they enjoy the game, they have fun together, and they don't take things too seriously. So there's some good things in that too.
Absolutely. From day one, Coach Stephanie White was one of the first to publicly defend Clark, recognizing both her talent and the outsized expectations placed on her. Now that they're officially paired up in Indiana, it feels like everything has come full circle. White's early defense of Clark wasn't just about basketball. It showed that she understood what Caitlin represents to the league, the fans, and the future of the game. That kind of leadership is exactly what the Fever needed. This partnership, meant to be. With Clark's generational talent and White's deep Indiana basketball roots, the Fever just might be building something truly special.
Look, I think it's just the whole momentum, the movement that we have at the moment. It's very exciting. And, Caitlin, just the impact that she's had on this city and this franchise, but also on the WNBA.
After, her Connecticut son eliminated the Fever in the first round of the playoffs, White didn't hesitate to express her admiration for Clark. She emphasized that Indiana, with its young core, is poised to become a powerhouse for years to come.
Caitlin's, she's a fabulous player, so she's going to get a lot of attention naturally. And I think she's handled herself brilliantly, to be quite honest. It's tough for a young kid, but she's got the skills and she's going to be an amazing pro player.
Then there's Sandy Brondello, the 2014 WNBA Coach of the Year and current head coach of the reigning WNBA champions, the New York Liberty. With her extensive experience in the game, both as a player and a coach, she has witnessed firsthand the impact of what she refers to as the Caitlin Clark effect. It's a movement unlike anything the league has seen since its inception.
I think all the players are excited about what she has brought to women's basketball. I mean, you got to give the young lady credit because she is a incredible talent.
Brondello described Clark's game and presence in one word: fabulous. But it wasn't just her skills that impressed. It was her poise, maturity, and the way she carried herself like a seasoned pro. When someone with Brondello's experience recognizes that level of composure and talent in a rookie, you know you're witnessing something truly special.
I've been watching Caitlin. She's a great player. She's playing at a very high level, especially with her assists. Like, there's a lot of shots she turned down because she was looking for her teammates. I mean, that just speaks volume of how she is as a player. I don't know her as a person, but she's a great player. What she does, what she's been doing since game one till now. Got nothing but respect for her. She did her thing tonight. Just awesome all around.
Up is former Dallas Wings head coach Latricia Trammell, widely regarded as one of the most respected leaders in the WNBA.
Her presence coming off pick and roll puts you in a, different situation just because of how far she can shoot it from. And I thought we did a good job for the most part. A couple transition threes, but she really competed on the ball.
Latricia Trammell has always been quick to give credit where it's due. And after witnessing Caitlin Clark rack up a record-breaking 19 assists against the Wings last July, she couldn't help but acknowledge the Fever star's incredible playmaking ability. Trammell, knowing how rare that level of skill is, made it clear how highly she regards Clark's ability to elevate her teammates, further solidifying Clark's impact across the league.
He was getting open. Obviously, Caitlin is an unbelievable passer, and Kelsey shot the heck out of it. So I thought Caitlin made good plays looking for Kelsey. I'm not sure how she was getting open, but we'll have to look at that.
Mercury head coach Nate Tibbetts, who, had a front row seat to Diana Taurasi's career before her retirement, has had the chance to observe Caitlin Clark up close. His assessment is straightforward. Caitlin Clark is a walking offensive threat. Particularly when she's running the pick and roll, defenders aren't just concerned about her scoring. They have to account for her vision, passing, and elite basketball IQ. Her ability to shoot from deep forces defenders into difficult situations, making her presence on the floor even more dangerous.
I wish, Caitlin Clark had that experience this year because she's our future.